You notice when the Bible talks about marriage, it talks about, if you read Ephesians 5, I think starting at like verse 20 something, but it talked about the roles of a husband and the roles of a wife, right? And I've been hearing a lot. I'm going to start with the women, I'm going to get to the men, but I've been hearing a lot of women say, well, I'm not going to submit to my husband because XYZ, or the husband say, I'm not going to lead my wife or do whatever because XYZ. But as a Christian husband and a Christian wife, right, you are expected to do your job even if your partner isn't doing their job, because God called you to do what you're supposed to do as a husband or a wife, right? Even if your partner isn't doing that thing, that job, you still have to do your job, right? And I keep hearing, well, I'm not doing this because my partner isn't doing that, and I'm not gonna submit to my partner because I don't know. But you still have to do your part, because what happens is both parties are just not doing their part. So now you're in this vicious cycle and your marriage isn't getting better at all. So even if your partner isn't doing their part, you're still called to do your part, and you pray for your partner, because God is going to look at you. You say, Lord, my wife isn't doing this, or Lord, my husband isn't doing that. God is going to say, but you're not doing your job either. What are you doing? I called you to be a husband. You're a husband or you're a wife, but just because your partner isn't doing their part, you're just going to give up and not do your part? No, the Bible doesn't say do this as a husband or a wife only if your partner does this. No, the Bible is very clear on what you need to be doing as a husband and what you need to be doing as a wife. So even if your partner isn't doing their part, you still have to do your part regardless of how you feel. Because once you say I do at that altar and you become into covenant with your partner and God, you are called to do your part. So yeah, y'all be blessed.